Why hello, you people from Earth and outer space. It is I, Alexander from the universe. In this episode of Let's Rust, we'll go over the basics of loops, repeating any task multiple times. There are times where you have a task at hand, say you're printing something to the console that says, "Hi, I'm from a country," and you're printing that out. But then for some reason, you want to print this out forever. What you could do is do it the really silly way and copy paste this for eternities. Now this looks really silly, but let's keep it like that. I like that. Run it. It's going to say, "Hi, I'm from a country." It's going to say it. It's going to say it 10 times, I think. But that's really silly. It can't be 10. 10 is not part of Fibonacci sequence. There we go. 13 is, however. There we go. 13 times. But there is a slight problem with this. There are times when we might actually want to print this out forever. Because printing these things out manually is going to take years upon years upon lifetimes upon farm cheese. It's going to take a long time. That's what I'm basically saying here. Now it says that a lot of times, but if we wanted this to go on forever, we can use something in Rust called a loop. In fact, we might even call it a loop. Yeah, I know, right? Now a loop overall is a certain structure in your code that makes something do something a set number of times. But a loop, on the other hand, is something that no matter how your program looks, it's going to loop your program forever. So in here, we can type in loop, like that. That's a keyword. Yep, that's a perfectly valid keyword. We add a code block to that. And then inside of that, we have a print line, "Hi, I'm from a country." Now when we run this, it's going to say this first. See how that bar is going down there? It's going to repeat this over and over and over again. So we're actually going to have to force quit this using Control-C on a Windows computer. And with this, we could even make a variable up here, use a variable bind and define it, a counter, for example, which we set to the value of 0, and we make it mutable so we can change it. Then upon every looping, we want to increase this by 1 and then print it out. Counter is, or this is the this loop has looped times. Print out the counter, run the program. You're gonna see how many times it looped. It's looped a lot of times. And if you're on an even faster computer, this is gonna loop even faster. You're gonna be seasick from this, man. That's how crazy this is. So very beautiful. Although with a loop like this, you can't really do much. You can make crazy counters that just go on forever. But we're going to talk more about how we can, for example, break out of such a loop and even do some cool things with them. Now there are more loops in Rust as well, which we're going to discuss in the future as well. And these loops are a little more useful most of the time, but the loop can be really nice to have, especially if you're planning on getting into game development. Then the loop is one of the most amazing things ever created, and usually in other programming languages they don't have a loop which looks quite like the Rust loop. And Rust loop is its loop, like it's hula hoop loop boop. Why goodbye, you people from Earth and outer space. Feel free to leave a comment stating something either hilarious or perhaps even a like. Until next time.